Well, when we first got together in the 70s, we preferred the fancy resorts and the classy restaurants
Well, of course.
in Alaska and Hawaii where we got started, and we got to play plenty of those. But gotta admit, we also paid our dues,
Yeah.
did our time, and played plenty of, smoky bars, neighborhood dives. But we're getting ahead of ourselves already.
Right, because we met in Alaska on Kodiak Island through mutual musical friends in 1975. We played in bands together until in 1978 we realized what a dynamite duo we would make.
Right. But the year before that, I built a cabin in the shape of a pyramid there on Kodiak Island in a beautiful meadow overlooking the mountains. That magical spot turned out to be the perfect place to fall in love.
So we flew to Hawaii in February of 1979 and began performing together as Tisratil.
After living in Hawaii for 6 months or so, we moved to the mainland, and for the next 3.5 years, we made our home on the road and toured across the southern states and back to Alaska several times.
And we played the college circuit for many years. We traveled all over the country, Florida to Alaska, back and forth. We had a 1961 Ford bus.
Good old luck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Traveling in Unk began in 1983, and we continued to tour for the next 12 years from Florida to Alaska and back again, playing the college circuit, music festivals, and the occasional bar or restaurant. And during this time, we also built our little cabin outside of Homer, Alaska.
After 15 years in Alaska, we moved to the lower 48 in 1986 to the Ozark Mountains. We bought a beautiful log home in a spectacular spot, but we still really loved living on the road, touring the U.S., and driving back to Alaska for the summers.
Now, during this time, we added a splash of color to our lives when Hobozo and Rainbozo emerged and made appearances in shopping malls and in store openings and state fairs. Our music has taken us to all 50 states and several foreign countries. Like, we spent 1.5 years just traveling around Central America and all over Europe and even Africa.
We spent 6 months touring Belize and Guatemala by chicken bus and water taxi until we returned to the U.S. to get our newly acquired little Toyota RV. We named it Thule, and we made the pilgrimage back to Central America in that. It was a new direction for us and a brand new era. So, after 18 years of being known as Tisratil, we decided it was time to change our name to Laughing Bird. We've also done quite a few dinner shows at conventions and seminars, and some of our favorite venues have been the outdoor music festivals. They're great.
Those are great. Some of our favorite venues are more off the beaten path, like scuba diving resorts,
Right.
and we've played RV resorts.
Once we returned from Central America, we bought Janey's grandparents' old home place in Wyoming and built a recording studio on North Piney Creek.
And in 1999, we were hired by Holland America Cruise Lines to promote Alaska by performing the On-Stage Alaska show. And for the next 3 years, we did hundreds of shows all across the U.S. and Canada. And during the off-season, we traveled to Europe and the Caribbean and performed on cruise ships.
We also like small-town community concerts and house concerts. We really enjoy the family atmosphere, where the little kids can come and the grandparents can come and everybody in between.
Every single year since we've been playing music together has been different, and that just creates a wonderful, spontaneous lifestyle that I just love it.
Right. We really count on synchronicity, and it's been a good compass for us through the years. So we're always watching for that next coincidence, or the next referral from a new friend that opens that next door that we would have never seen otherwise. We've been at home on the road together for many years, and we still love it.
That's right. Well, like our live CD says, have tunes, we'll travel.
Right.